सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Bhagavan Varaha is giving us the means of making us mind get absorbed in our Swarupa, which is called by him as Mauna. We have seen already Mauna. What is Mauna? Mauna is the result of Anatma Pratyaya Tiraskara. When we eliminate all the thoughts pertaining to Anatma, starting from body onwards, entire cosmos, no thought about it, whether external Jagat or internal mentation. So then what happens is, what remains is nothing but Chaitanya and Chaitanya Nirupadhika. Nirupadhika in the sense of Nirvishesha, attributeless, but reflected in the Antakarna, that is our Swarupa in the sense, just like you see your face in the mirror. So that is what is called as Mauna, which is nothing but Nididhyasana. Anatma Pratyaya Pravaha to be eliminated, Sajatiya Pratyaya Atma Pratyaya Prabhava to be continued. So that is what the so for which 2 verses were dedicated. Now the 3rd verse, we will read now 8th verse.
पूर्णमद्वय अखण्ड चेतनम् विश्वभेदकलनादिवर्जितम् अद्वितीय परसंविदंशकम् तत्सदाहमिति मौनमाश्रय.
Further he says, my Swarupa is what? Purnam. Generally we say Purnam is full and complete, in the sense in which there is no wants as such. Generally, what are the wants? Wants to be happy, to be free from sorrows, etc. It is nothing but Paramananda, free from sorrows, and therefore it says Purna. Also, Purna means all pervading, that which is all pervading in nature. Purnam. Akhanda Chetanam. Chaitanya. Purnam. Akhanda Chetanam. Chaitanya, which is Akhanda. Akhanda in the sense, which is what? Without any break. Continuous. What we call as homogeneous. So homogeneous. So therefore, that is in the sense what you earlier saw were Triputis are not there. Knower knows and knowledge vritti differences are not there. Akhanda Chetanam Chaitanya Swarupa. And it is how it is so. The reason is given. Vishwa Bheda Kalanadi Varjita. Kalana means drishya comprehension, wherein the comprehension or the perception of the Jagat and all that happens in terms of experiences of the features of the entire Jagat, all these are not there at all. If any thought about this comes, it doesn't pertain to Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa, Varjitam. Advitiyam, this word has come many times, Advaya, Advitiya. So we can't say why it is repeated. So it is giving a hint to the mind to dwell on Swarupa. So the same Swarupa from different angles told. So repetition is welcome. It's not a defect as such. It is not a piece of literature here. So therefore, Advitiyam, nothing other than it is there. Samvit and Samvit alone is there. Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone is there. So that is there. Now here it is told in this sense. Advitiya para samvidamshakam aham. Me, who is me, who is now taking to Mauna. Me, who is taking to Mauna. Who is that who takes to Mauna? The Jiva, the Mukshu, with Jiva so far. So therefore, this me, so that is actually what it is Advitiya Parasamvid Aushakam. The Ausha, a part. So here part means don't imagine literal part. Part in the sense Chidabhasa. So like that, the reflection of the sun or the moon in the pool of water can be figuratively said as part. Like that here, it is Chidabhasa of what? That Parabrahma. Advitiya Parasamvid. Samvid, Parasamvid. Why Parasamvid? Other Samvid is the Chaitanya that makes us know, illumines each and every thoughts in our Antakarana, otherwise called as Sakshi Chaitanya. Sakshi Chaitanya. Sakshi Chaitanya. So therefore, Parasamvida Samvidamshakam, Samvida Advitiya, Parasamvid Amshakam. So, Samvidamshakam, Tat Sada Aham Asmi. So that means me, who at present is nothing but the Amsha, a part as it were in terms of Abhasa, appearance, reflection of Advitiya, Parasamvid, Advitiya, non-dual Paramatma. So, Samvid. That one is what Tat Amshakam, Tat Iti Maunam Ashraya. I am that means in reality, I am free from all the Drishya Upadhi. I am the original Bimba, the original entity that is Advitiya Ausha. So in this way, 6, 7, and 8. So take to Mauna Nididhyasana in this manner. The tips were given. What for? To make our mind absorbed in the Swarupa. Again, that what is Swarupa? Satchidananda Swarupa. So again, it is affirmed by Vara Bhagavan that my Swarupa is like this. We read 9th verse.
केनाप्यबाधितत्वेन त्रिकालप्येकरूपतः विद्यमानत्वमस्तेतत् सद्रूपत्वं सदा मम.
This is my Swarupa. Mama Rupa Sada, always. Sadrupa. What does it mean always? Whether it is a state of ignorance of the Jiva or it is a state of Jnanis, what? Swarupa. Whether samsara appears to be there for the Jiva or not there because or not there to the Brahmajnani, at all time, in the so-called time of bondage or in the so-called time of liberation. Why we say so-called time of bondage or liberation? In reality, Atma has no bondage or liberation. So therefore, so here he says, Sada, always. So my Swarupa is like that. What is that? Vidyamanatvam, Vidyamanatvam, Sada, Mama, Etat, Swarupam Asti. We'll come to the first line afterwards. So, Vidyamanatva. Because of being Vidyamana. Vidyamanatva means here existence. What type of existence? Sada Vidyamanatva. I am always there. See, existence can be of two types. For some time it is there, afterward it is not there. For example, the pot. Pot got broken, pot is not. This is what? Temporary existence. No, me is what? Mama is sada, always. Vidyamanatva. I am always there. You can verify. Where will you verify? What is the unit where you can verify? 3 avasthas. 3 avasthas. What are 3 avasthas? Waking, dream, and deep sleep state. Deep sleep state. So it is what? Waking, I am. Dream, I am. Sleep, at that time, that revelation may not be there, but I am certainly there, which is proved by our recollection, a memory. So therefore, Sada. And this observation, which applies to 3 states of consciousness in a day, applies to week, fortnights, months, years, eons. Yuga, it is there. I am always there. So there been the case, he says, because now tell me, sir, how do you say you are always there? After death, who knows what is happening? You are taking for granted. I accept. What is that? From birth to death, in 3 periods of time, every day I can apply. But how long? So long as your lifespan. Afterward, Bhagwan jane. Arey Baba, Bhagwan hi bolta hai. Who is talking here? Bhagwan what is it? That is fine, but sir, you can't say so arbitrarily. Prove it. Well, I challenge you. Show me when I am not there. You have to show me when I am not there. So therefore he says, Kenapi abadhitatvena. I, Chaitanya, has no badha by anyone whomsoever or by anything whatsoever. Now the question comes, what is badha? Bhut badha hai kya? You know what is bhut badha? Ending that, what is that? Influence of the, what is the ghost? Don't ask ghosts are there or not, etc. That's a different topic. Okay. But anyway, badha means eliminating. Now here is the paribhashika sabda. The word badha can be seen in 2 ways. One you are very familiar with, you will rattle out, I know. Trikala Sattva Bodha. Bodha, that knowledge that the entity is what? Asat, Asatva, Trikale Api. In the past, present and future, that which is not there at all. Trikala Sattva Bodha. For example, the rope seen, not rope, the snake seen in place of rope in the twilight. Before you saw it, it was not there. When you saw it, it is there. Afterwards, you bring the light, it is no more there. Is it not? So it is not all the time. You, I, all the time is there. That is one thing. Trikala Sattva Bodha. Other, same thing, in a different words we can put. How we can put it? Badha means Badho Nama. Badha means Yadeva, whatever entity, idam iti nishchitam vijnanam. Badho nama yadeva. What is called by Badha is yadeva, whatever entity, which is what, whatever entity is what? Say, idam eva iti nishchitam vijnanam. This type of knowledge that this is such and such a thing. Already ascertained. This entity is such and such a thing. Nishchitam, ascertained. But kalantarena, after some time, what is that? Mithya iti kathyate. After some time on verification, you describe it as what? Mithya. It is not real. It was only an appearance. We can apply to our rope snake example also. You saw, what is that? Snake. What is the ascertainment? Snake. And you started running. Fortunately, your friend happened to be there. Running. There is snake. Wait. Because he also had seen. He also had seen that. Arey Baba, it is not a snake, it is a rope. Come here. I have got a torch, flashlight. And he holds you and takes, and he puts the light. What happened? Rope. But till then, you are perfect or totally sure that it is a snake. So that is what? Badho nama yadeva. Whatever. Idam. It is of such and such entity. Iti nishchitam vijnanam. Such ascertained knowledge. Kalantarena. After some time. Mithya iti kathyate. It is described, ascertained as what? Mithya, false. So that is often earlier appears to be there, after it is not there. Trikala sattva is not Trikala, that is what asatva bodha comes there. So that is how it is. See, this is different from Nasha. Nasha, destruction. The entity happens to be there, but what happens afterwards? It is no longer there. The entity happens to be there, afterwards it is no longer there. So that is like our pot. Pot was there, got broken, no more there. It is Nasha. So when you say in Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, so we say Jagat didn't got destroyed. If you say what happens, it was earlier there, now got destroyed. Earlier also was not there, but appears to be there. Now you know the reality. How will you ascertain the reality? For reality, you should have pramana. You have to pramana. See, otherwise, anybody can ascertain that this is what is like this, etc. It's not pramana. So, kenapi abadhitatvena trikale api ekarupata. Me, I, Chaitanya is the entity which cannot be ended by anything. It exists always. Trikale api, in all spheres of time. Ekarupataha. Ekarupa is what? Non-changing avikriya. Changeless in nature. If you say change is there, change means vikriya means destruction. It is vinashi. Avikriyata, avikriya, ekarupataha. So therefore, vidyamanatvam sada mama etat sadrupam asti. My rupa is what? Satsarupa. Trikale api badha na asti. Trikale api sat. Satrupan mama asti. Now this is to prove that I am Satsarupa. Not transient Sat existence, ever existence. Next verse proves that my Sarupa is Ananda Sarupa. But here I am Chit Sarupa is also implied. Means I am both Sat Sarupa, Chit Sarupa, and also Ananda Sarupa. Ananda Sarupa. Ananda Swarupa. Now, how do you say let us see now? How do you say it is a Chit Swarupa? What is Sat? That which is ever existing entity. If there is an entity which is ever existing in nature, it should necessarily be Chit. Can you prove it? I'm repeating. If there is an entity which always exists, it should necessarily be Chit principle. Because if it were not Chit principle, the entity that you are pointing out as ever existing in nature necessarily should be Jada, inert in nature. When it is Jada, inert in nature, there must be some knowledge principle, Chit principle to make it know or eliminate. And if that happens to be the case, Sat is there, another entity who is there, Chit is there, the Sat will get limited by Chit. Therefore, a limited entity is bound to be destructible. It can no longer be Sat. It's a way of understanding. So that's a way of understanding. So Sat has to be necessarily Chit. That is not told here, but it is implied in the verse. So now, I am the Ananda Swarupa. We'll read 10th verse.
निरुपाधिक नित्यं यत सुप्तौ सर्वसुखात् परं सुखरूपत्वमस्त्येतत् आनन्दत्वं सदा मम.
Yad etad, then whatever entity, yad etad is a phrase, whatever entity is of such nature. Nirupadhika nityam. It is an ever existent principle without any upadhis. Why that nirupadhika has to be brought there? Nityam. It is sufficient, but some may conclude what is called as apekshika nityam. Apekshika nityam is relatively eternal. For example, our earth. So long as creation is the earth went to the sun, moon, Chandra Divakarau. So long as the Chandra, it was relatively, means it with comparison to the things which are born, die, etc. In our Vyavahara, we have a way of saying they are Nitya. But they are relatively Nitya. They have got Upadhi, subject to destruction. Not Apekshika Nitya, relative eternity. Nirupadhika means is the actual eternity. There is no Upadhi that can get destroyed. Upadhi that can get destroyed. So therefore, Nirupadhika Nityam. So that, and what is it nature? So now where can you find this? Suptau sarva sukhat param. In the sleep you can find. This is prop given for an ajnani to make him know that your Swarupa is Ananda Swarupa. But it is not helpful to us in terms of experiencing Ananda, because at that time you don't know I am there also. So, but it is a good clue to ascertain my Swarupa must necessarily be Paramananda Swarupa. And that Suptau, and that Sukha Ananda is what? Sarva Sukhat Param. It is superior to all types of Ananda happiness. What are the all types of Ananda? Sarva Sukhat refers to Vishaya Sukhat, from the sense pleasures. from all sense pleasure, it is param. It is superior. Why? Sense pleasure begin, they end. Not only that, sense pleasure depend on many factors. To begin with, the required Vishaya must be there. Then Indriyas must be there. Body must be in good condition. Mind must be in the proper composure. All these are necessary. It is dependent sukha. But my Swarupa is what? Independent in the sense. Look, in sleep, there are no means which generally give us happiness. Music, dance, delicious dish. The first thing, that senses are not there. Mind is not there. Where are you going to experience all these things? Yet, I slept happily. From where it has come? Because see, in sleep, what can remain? From our daily experience of waking and dream, is there anything belonging to waking state and dream state present in the deep sleep state? No. Even I am, this body is not there. What is that? Two entities are there. What is that? Chaitanya and ignorance. I don't know anything, including myself. But how are you aware? You are aware of that. Chaitanya must be there. If Chaitanya, me were not there, you will not be able to aware of that. There was nothing there. That is the greatest misfortune of every one of us. Why? If in sleep ignorance were not there, Vedanta is not required at all. विवेक वैराग्य बात ही नहीं है. No question of sadhana chatusha sampatti etc etc. But it is not going to solve our samsara problem. But at the same time, it is a great asset in ascertaining our swarupa. That's why sleep is not an ordinary thing. If it were not there, you can't prove two things. What is that? Jagat is mithya, you can't prove. Samadhi तो बहुत दूर है. Samadhi something is not. It's a far essence. But from our day-to-day this experience, sleep can just say, see, in this gap there is no Jagat for you. We are talking of individual Jagat. Don't say my neighbor was awake and all. So that is there. So here again, that is in that the one thing. Other thing, that Ananda Swarupa. There are no source of Ananda which we generally consider as the one who gives us Ananda. So that we say that is, these are not there. Therefore, ascertain that my Swarupa is nothing but Paramananda Swarupa. That is why that is only for ascertainment. But our practical accomplishment must be like this. Yesterday, I was in earlier class, I was told that. What is that? You are not asleep. At the same time, you are not aware of drishya. What remains is there is self-evident Paramananda Swarupa. This is only to prove it is so. But it is not an actual accomplishment. Accomplishment is that you are not sleeping, you are not aware of, means you are awake, at the same time you are not aware of any drishya jagat. So that should be there. Now here, that this particular experience of ours belonging to sleep shows what is that? Whatever nirupadhika nityam, which always is there, say etad sukha rupatvam. Sukha rupatvam. Rupatvam stands for nature. This nature of happiness, not derived happiness. Vishaya sukhas are derived happiness. What do you mean by derived happiness? There is an object, so-called object of desire, according to the individuals. Your object of desire may not be the object of desire. Your object of desire may be the object of hatred for someone else. Your object of desire is there. For you, it is desirable. And then you have got it. There is some state of antakarana. Then what happens? The actual Ananda Swarupa gets reflected in terms of what Vritti is called Priya Moda, Pramoda. So therefore it is a derived on account of something, not that. Swarupa, that which reflects in Priya Moda, Pramoda Vritti, that Ananda, just as Chidabhasa is the Chaitanya reflected where in the Antakarana Vritti. So also, see, in Antakarana Vritti, Ananda doesn't get reflected. If Ananda were get reflected in Antakarana Vritti, how the more you think, more you will be happy as such. No, it doesn't get reflected. But it gets reflected in the Priya, Moda, Pramoda. I think let us increase that. You have to use your currency. What is the currency? Past punya. Otherwise, even if desired object is in your possession, it is incapable of giving the joy that it can. Past punya must be there. See, also, it's many times it happens. See, once it happened, Parvati asked Lord Shiva, Bhagavan, there are many people who have got lots of wealth and affluence, but they are not able to enjoy that. They don't get happiness. But there are others who don't have, but it comes to them and they enjoy. See, you know what was the answer? Parvati, it is like this. These people who have got affluence have done charity in the past life, but really their heart was not in charity. So somehow they gave it, but the punya is there and there. Because it was really not that, they are not enjoying. Others, they really wanted to give, but they didn't have anything at all. Therefore, they are not able to. You can see such things are there. This person is slogging, earning, and brother-in-law is brother-in-law is enjoying. So it happens. I heard once, you know, newly when this TVs had come now, one doctor literally complained because he has to be where in the consulting room up to this thing. Say, I am working here. My wife and children are enjoying TV there. Enjoying TV where? Oh, see, nowadays it become a routine. Olden days, oh, TV. And that was a color TV. So like that, no. So therefore, you say, it is that what should necessarily is. So this is not passing sense pleasure depending on your punya, etc. Because once punya currency gone, your pleasure gone. No, 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 no. It is sukha rupatvam. Sukha rupatvam. Sukha rupatvam. That is the very nature of Ananda. It is the very source of Ananda. All happiness enjoyed by even an insignificant creature in this cosmos up to Hiranyagarbha put together is matram eva sarva bhutani anubhavanti. Of Brahmananda, Brahmananda says, of Brahmananda, it was a also independent of upadis. If dependent on upadi, you had it. It's going to get destroyed and your anand also is going to end. No, sadasti. So this way, first verse, that first one means ninth verse, proved the Sat directly and indirectly it is Chit. And this shows that from sleep we can find out our Sarupa is Paraman Sarupa, free from, not dependent on Upadhi. Now, Rubu will not say, but see, look here, when Bhagavan imparts the Brahma Vidya, it is not confined to the person, Shishya, who is in front only. Over his shoulder, it is meant for what? Posterity. A person may think, even this seems to be difficult. We have already seen, this mind is like a mercury. It cannot be fixed at all. This seems to be different, this difficult. So therefore say, we find that there is a way. There is a means. What is that? Develop Bhagavad Bhakti. So Bhagavad Bhakti, devotion to Bhagavan, Parameshwara, as the moksha sadhana, as the means for gaining moksha. So that is how is being now, the means are being given. See, this is a very, very important means. Some people who simply glance over the Upanishad foolishly declare that word. Ishvara, etc. not necessary. Why? Turiyaha Ishvara Grasa. Ishvara Grasa. In Turiya, Ishvara is not there. Why should you? If you remember, I have given this example many times. It happened many decades ago. I was just a college student. From Bombay, I happened to go to my native place. One elderly person was there, a relative of ours. So I went to pay my respect with elderly person. And he was and those days they were studying, they had a good knowledge of Sanskrit. And this that he was, and he was a widower, no children, a big house he was there, but doing all the pujas and rituals, daily puja, etc., meticulously. Even if he has got fever, he will take bath and do the puja. Navaratra, 9 days are celebrated meticulously as per the Shastra. At that time, brother's wife used to come and cook and etc. So I happened to meet him. He came to know that I have got interest in Vedanta. And he started telling, look, I do all this because for those people, but I don't care for this thing. I can throw these idols, etc. in the street. I was alarmed. See, a common man, an atheist can say, I can understand. But I know this person who is what? Doing all rituals, pujas, etc. so meticulously, without fail. He is saying like this. I had no this thing, but because of elderly person, so I just listened to him. After when I studied Upanishads, Bhashya, etc., then it clicked. This person has certainly read Upanishad Bhashya. And then Ishvara is Mithya. That Mithya he has misunderstood. Mithya is what? Just as Brahma is Trikala Abadhita, Ishvara is not so. But So long as you are in the realm of creation, Ishvara is indispensable. He alone can be your friend, philosopher, and guide. No one else has the capacity. Relatives will come at the most up to, they say, no, wife up to the threshold, because olden days it was not up to the relatives friend up to the crematorium. Afterwards, with all tears, goodbye. All tears, goodbye. But only Ishvara can be with you all the time. So therefore, don't misunderstand the role of Ishvara. Ishvara is indispensable until Ishvara is indispensable until our mind gets absorbed in our Swarupa. How gets absorbed? To the total exclusion of being aware of our body and the entire Drishya Jagat. So that is what is there. So till then, Ishvara Bhakti, Bhagavad Bhakti is indispensable to prepare our mind to gain Atma Jnana. In the Yoga Vasishtha, I told you many times. Yep, that is the major portion. Nirvana Purvardha is over. Uttarardha is to start. Almost the teaching was over. Bharadwaja, to whom Valmiki was teaching, he said, Bhagavan means to Valmiki. It is fine for Rama. Who is Rama? Parmeshwara, Avatar. But what is the plight of people like me? How are you going to gain the knowledge? This also shows, do you mean to say Bharadwaja didn't understand the teaching? But he didn't have the Sakshatkar. Bharadwaja was a very intelligent student. In fact, when he said this, Valmiki rebuked. Where your intelligence gone now? But then he said, do one thing. Take to Saguna Brahma Upasana. Take to Saguna Brahma Upasana. Take to Saguna Brahma Upasana. That is what he said. So that is how this portion is like this. Bhaja Sambharita Bhogam Paramesham Jagat Gurum. This is the statement of Valmiki. Bhaja, seek, adore, worship whom? Paramesham Jagat Guru. Parameshwara, who is the Guru of the Jagat. And what is the description? Sambharita Bhogam. Abhoga literally means costumes. The one who dons, Sambharita means one who wears, one who dons the costumes here in terms of different upadhis in different avatars, including Ardhanarishwara. See, Ardhanarishwara is not a physical absurdity. It is a figurative way of pointing out without Ishvara, with a combination of Purusha and Prakriti. So that is what no Jagat is possible. Purusha, Brahma, Chaitanya alone cannot create. Maya, Prakriti, inert in nature alone can create. Ardhanarishwara. Actually speaking, all of us are Ardhanarishwara only. Our Upadhi is what? Parvati. Chaitanya is who? Purusha. Can anyone exist without this two in Vyavahara Jagat? So that's why I say, Bhaja Sambharita Bhogam Paramesham Jagat Gurum. Jagat Guru. So that Abhoga means the Upadhis like Ardhanarishwara, etc. That in the Yoga Vasishtha comes afterwards. That he refers to. There only it is said, he has made very clearly how long we have to take to upasana of how long we have to take to upasana of Parameshwara Bhagavan. Is the Yoga state made clear. Sakaram bhajatavatvam yavat sattvam prasidati. Tavat, until then, Sakaram bhaja, adore, worship, whom? Sakara Rupa Ishvara. Saguna Brahma. How long? Yavat sattvam prasidati. Till your sattva is antakarana. Prasidati, vishuddhati. So long as your antakarana becomes pure to know Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa, take to Saguna Brahma Upasana. If I do what happens afterward, you can easily glide into your Swarupa without any obstruction. You can abide in your Swarupa, that's it. Then what happens? Tataha nirakare pare tatve tatasthiti akratima. Tataha, therefore, nirakare pare tatve. The Paramatma Tattva, free from akara, nirvishesha, nirguna, say, akritrima sthiti. Your sthiti, abidance is what? Akritrima, not artificial, natural, spontaneous. Akritrima means what? It is without any obstruction. No obstruction can come to deprive you of your abidance in the Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa. So that's why this is in Nirvana Purva 127, verse 35. 127 is Sarga, 35 is the verse. Not only that, see this, I'm giving you the scriptural support for the necessity of bhakti until Shuddhanta Karna is given. We have seen Yoga Vasishtha 2 quotation. Now I will quote Upanishad itself. Kaivalya. Uma sahayam parameshwaram prabhum tilochanam neelakantam prashantam yatva munirgacchati bhuta yonim samasta sakshim tapasa parasat. There it is said Uma Sahaya. Uma, who is Uma Sahaya? One who has got Uma as Sahaya. Shiva. Shiva. See, wife is called Sahadharmacharini. She is the companion which is required to live the life of what? Nowadays it is not applicable. Applicable is the Vedika dharma is not, karmas are not taken to. Otherwise, for many rituals or yajna yagas, there must be who? Why? You know that? Lord Rama, Bhagavan Rama, reached where? On the shore of South India, near Rameshwar. You want to cross over to this ocean. So bridge was not there. How to go? So therefore he wanted to do pratisthapana of what? Ishvara, Shiva. But not nowadays, all forest, dense forest. No, they want who? Purohit. Where to get Purohit? So then I think there are two versions are there. Some say Narada suggested, some said Jambavan suggested. According to Kamband Ramayana, Tamil Ramayana, I said Jambavan suggested. Said, I will get. Another thing he said, oh, Rama, that Purohit must be not only devoted to Shiva, but also to Vishnu. He should be devoted that way. So they said, Jambavan said, I will get. Oh, Ravana. Ravana. And it happened that Jambavan's father was fast friend of Ravana's father. Ravana is a Brahmana. You know that? He is a father. And Ravana had respect for him. He went. Ravana recognized what of respect, etc. So what work you have got? So like this, I want you to do the Paurohitya. I said, oh, then I will have to think over it. Please be seated. Please be seated. I have to think over it because I was before this. So where it is such a trip? Who is the Yajamana? So is it for conquering Lanka? Yes. Conquering Lanka? Yes. He was a great devotee of who? Shiva. He thought over it. He said, yes, I will do that. Jambavan was very happy. But please give us a list of what all samagris, etc. are necessary. You know Shastra? Ravana has studied 64 Vidyas. Rama has studied 32. Vyavaharata, Rama has studied 32 Vidyas and he has studied 64. When he asked for the list of the things to be arranged, look, your master, Yajamana, is in exile. From where he will get? Shastra says, in such case, it is the duty of the Purohit to arrange for the samagris. Jambavan went. Now he is going. Do you know what he did? Took the chariot and went to Ashokavana. Purohit, he knows what all things are necessary because wife must be there. Without wife, without wife, how we can do that? Purohitya. He went and he told, who? Sita. Your husband Rama has come there and he has opted me as a Purohit. The moment he said to Purohit, Sita, with all humility, so my namaskara to Acharya. Etiquette. You know, Acharya no, Purohit Acharya. My namaskar. He said, please sit in the Pushpaka. You will have to be there. Without that, and it's my duty that I have to arrange all samagris. You have to be there. But one thing, you are under my control. You are under my control. But you have to be party. So that was there, etc. And then he said, when he went, and that dialogue between Rama and Acharya Purohit. He said he didn't disclose that he asked Sita to sit there in the Pushpa Vimana. She was sitting there. She didn't come. But whatever Patni, what Rama? You are the culprit. You are the culprit. I said, without that it can be done. No, Shastra doesn't forbid. If you are a widower, it's okay. But you have got your Patni. Then said, don't worry, I have brought her. And she came as well. So now what happens now? That is Uma Sahaya. Patni also is what? Uma is the Patni of who? Shiva. Uma Sahaya. See, in fact, is that just context has come. Ravana was such a great person, except one thing, because of it, he got ruined. He ruined his whole clan, Kama. your desire. Okay. So that is Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram. So therefore, by Parameshwar, Uma, yes, Shiva, Prabhum, and that's why I say we are specific in now. Trilochanam Neelakantham Prashantam. Trilochanam, Shiva, Neelakantha, Shiva, Prashantam, Anga Swarupa. Dhyatva, Saguna Brahma Dhyana. Muni, what happens? Bhuta samastam bhuta yonim tamasa parasta sakshim gacchati prapnoti. The entity which is beyond all the creation, which is sakshi of everything, he gains it. Means even Kaivalya Upanishad prescribes bhakti as an indispensable means until one gains the Atma Jnana. So therefore here, that is Bhagavad Bhakti is an indispensable means of gaining Atma Jnana. Of course, it is indirect. Direct is what moksha sadhana is, Adi. But without bhakti, you will not get the Antakarana Shuddhi, and therefore it is indispensable. Just read 11.
दिनकरकिरणैर्शार्वरं तमः निबिडतरं झटिति प्रणाशमेति घनतरभवकारणं तमो यत् हरिदिनकृतप्रभया न चान्तरेण.
The indispensability of the bhakti is highlighted in the verse 11, 12, and 13. We'll see this in the next class. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahisha O Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kali Varshatu Parjanyaha Prithvi Sasyashalini Deshoyam Kshovarahitaha Brahmana Santo Nirbhayaha Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santo Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhagavavi Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah Hari Om